Good morning to the Saturday edition of the Worldwide Dream Team, an independent marketing arm of MPG Xtreme. We are so excited about that. And you see on the screen up here right now, Jason Meisner, he's a Ruby, Mitch Cantelli, Ruby. And then we've got the ex-rock star, Mr. Michael Renz, double diamond. And we have soon to be platinum and beyond, Roselle Washington. And many, many of you, we're just approaching 50 people. This will grow to 100 people within the next 2 weeks based upon the shifts that we're making, and I'm excited about that. I want to invite every one of you to get your phone out while we're working right now, text your friends and get them on this training. This is going to be a training for the books today. We're going to go back to the batting cage about what it means to be a direct marketer in the field of either direct selling, affiliate marketing, or network marketing. And what I love about our model is you can pick your flavor and run with it. And if you're uncomfortable with some things, that's okay. Like a salad bar, pick the things you like and leave the rest behind. But trust me, other people will like that. So don't make any comments about what you don't like. Nobody actually needs to hear them. Nobody actually cares. What they care about is your success. That's all we care about, is your success in the months ahead. We are in a company that is in the formative stages. We had a pre-launch from August till October, but we are still honestly in a form of pre-launch really until next spring. So everything you're doing right now is building for your future in 2023. 2023, if you add all the numbers up, by the way, will come to the number 7. And I don't know if you know it, but from a standpoint of numbers and meanings of numbers, 7 is the number of perfection and completion. So I've got a sense 2023 is going to be a great year for you. It's a great treat for me today. And all of you that are on here, while Michael was talking, I'm going to start. Hey, there he is, Larry Alford. Great job on the company call the other night, by the way. I'm going to go ahead and bring a bunch of you up, give you the option to come on the panelist line, let your camera be shown. We'd love to see you on here. It's great for the video, for people that come back and look at it to realize we actually have, and again, we're almost at 50 right now. So with that, it's a great treat to turn this call over to a guy I met when I first came to the company. I'd never met him before. I've been in network marketing 40 years. I'm surprised I haven't met him because he is a powerhouse. He is a force of nature to be reckoned with. Michael Renz has got well over a decade, 15 years of experience. He goes a long way back with this particular product to the early 2000s, but he's also been in some other companies proving that he's not just a one-hit wonder. He has been highly successful in a number of companies. One of the things that I recognized about Michael right away is the fact that he is a servant leader. He puts his desires and dreams ahead, behind the people he's talking to. When I talk to him, he's always focused on what he can do for Blaine and for Brooke. And I know that's the case with Jason and Mitch and the other people on here. And as a result, he has a following of people that trust him, know him, and follow him. And so today it is a real honor to introduce one of the really one of the lonely double diamonds in the company. We've got a couple of them, and we're proud that Michael's in our team leadership. Michael Renz right there out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Why don't you take the call and we'll listen to some pearls of wisdom, my friend.
Well, I appreciate that very much, Blaine. And I'd like to say happy holidays to everybody. Have a blessed Christmas and great New Year's. This is a time of sharing and family and enjoying the rewards of what it is we do is serve people. And having Blaine heading up these trainings and a team player, leaders rise to the occasion. And when I first met Blaine, I'm like, you know what, I don't have to do everything anymore. I've always been the guy carrying the flag, always the guy constantly being the one to represent everything. And when I met Blaine, within minutes, I realized that there's no better person to learn from than somebody that's been there, done that, right? Coming from the old school of Amway to the personal development and leadership and trust, this community we're building here, each and every one of you are a part of it. And how you have success in this industry is paying your dues, doing the work, being committed to what your plan is, serving your people, putting your people first. And when you do the right habits, like habits in life of always caring about everybody else and putting everybody else first, the rewards will come to you. They will come to you in spades because we're servants to the people. And what we're seeing here, guys and gals, is that, people come and go. People, believe it. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is work. It's network marketing. And I tell everybody that joins, even prospects that I work on, if you cannot share that video on your site with people, if you can't invite somebody to a call, if you can't follow up, and if you can't use your life skills of what you've learned in life, right, then this isn't for you. I'm not out to sign somebody up to get paid and forget about them and move on. I need to know that they're committed to doing the work, and not for a month. This is a 3-year plan. I say it's a 3-year college. Your entry level is not a big loan and a big monthly payment. It's a couple $100. Your monthly investment is $59. And if you're willing to share that product and turn it, you can run this business at no cost. And what you'll learn from being around other people, I mean, John Hill on here, leadership rises to the occasion. And everybody that's on the screen right now, you're a leader in the company. That's why you're on the screen. And we only go as far as we go as a company, no matter how great the product is, comp plan, timing, global market, no global market. Where we go as a company is based on one thing, and it's every individual that is involved of doing the activities, training the activities, constantly being a student, constantly being a teacher, and developing your skills to build an empire of time leverage. And so, for example, everybody that's on the screen here, there's 16, 17 on the screen. We're just about at 50 people on here today. So, for example, from my efforts for the 26 people I put in and the 31 days of relentless attack to win, if each and every one of you work 10 hours a week, right? I just created an extra 160 hours worth of leverage. I can't work 160 hours a week. And that's what people have to see when you join a business like this. It's more work than it is what you get paid at the beginning. But as you build it, as you teach and coach, as you develop it, the residual income part of getting paid, just like the bills come in the mailbox, just like those are residual, they come whether you want them or not. That this type of business, just like owning 10 franchises of Subways and being in debt for 10 years, working 80 hours a week, you don't pay for these people, right? You have your own business, you have a position in the company, and our job is to bring you home. And we're committed to each and every one of you. The only way we win is when you and your people win. And the people that rose to the occasion, the rubies and all the platinums, you all know exactly what we mean because we have been there, done that. And everybody needs to know right now that these next 30, 60, 90-day runs, these 30-day runs, this next 9 months to the 1-year mark is so important for your future, your business, that you cannot waver from the path. You have to stay on track. You have to be committed to yourself. You have to build like your life depends on it, because the next 10,000 people, the next 50,000 people that will join this company are going to come somewhere within the company's organization. And the person with the biggest flag, the most noise, the most internet content, the most advertising, the most cards going out, the more product going out wins. It's very simple. The bigger your team, the more the chance of the growth will come from within. And if we were all in at the beginning of Herbalife, for example, and we were there at this number at 2,000 members at the beginning, before it hit the 10,000 mark, and now on to over millions of distributors, wealth is created. It's simple math. So you can create a distribution channel of product moving, truckers buying product, individual entrepreneurs, hustlers at the gas station, online gurus, social media, advertising, Craigslist, Google, bloggers, and have all them use their life experiences to share with us. It's a very simple business. It's simple, easy to do, but it's easier not to do because here in the US we have heat. Everybody looks pretty comfortable. The news may be on, right? Other important things in life. And we get it, but make no mistake, around the world, and we didn't launch this company to just build here in the US. Around the world, there are people chomping at the bit, waiting to join this company in groves. And I'm not talking 10 people, I'm talking hundreds of people through Africa, hundreds of people through India, hundreds of people all over the world are waiting for this opportunity to join. And you need to understand, you might not know people internationally or think that don't affect me. Everybody knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And with the power of the internet today, when we go global, the awareness is going to come. Everybody's checks are going to go up. The industry that is in a bad shape because of COVID, where checks are down 50% or more in every network marketing company, health and wellness company, period, end of story, are all going to have to make decisions coming into the new year. And the decision is going to be, why is my Christmas tree not full of gifts? Why are my credit cards backed up? Is my check-ins down 80%? And big decisions get made at New Year's resolution. Can I continue on the path that I'm at? And I'm here to tell you, when the industry finds out we're here and what we're doing, and when they find out that this is a global 100-100 binary, hottest matching program in the industry, never seen a 100-100 in my career, in a simple duplicatable process, or wherever my caps are, sharing this little $10 pack, they are going to be coming. And you want to be prepared, you want to be on your game, you want to be dialed up. And I'm stressing with everybody, work to get platinum, work to get your 12, get over that hump and get into the top 200 in the company. Because when this new app comes and these landing pages and autoresponders, that you all can pick up your phone, send a message to somebody, and the moment they click it, you get notified, and you've got a marketing system that the company's dumping a ton of money in. We can teach you exactly what to do, the platinums, because you have to pay your dues. You can't go build cold market if you haven't sponsored 12 people. You have to practice on everybody around you. And when that day comes that our marketing is going, this is what our expertise is. I put 1,600 customers personally in my previous company. Lead generation, being prepared, knowing exactly how to write the ad, what to do with the ad, update your ads, and have leads coming in your inbox, and being prepared of paying your dues to make the calls, know what to say, know what to ask, and help you build a cold market business right in your backyard. So every one of you got teams right in your city. So guys like Blaine, Mitch, Jason, and us can come in and help you launch those cities. So in closing, and I know it took quite a while here, you need to understand this company did 300 million before social media was big. It shipped all over the world. We had Amish, truckers, farmers, bulk users. It wasn't like a traditional network marketing company. And with what we have inherited here with Randy Ray and Wendy Lewis, the biggest billion-dollar company, Jeunesse, Randy, before he sold his company, retired, wanted to relaunch his product. You got to understand that he knows what most of us don't know. Why did he want to relaunch this MP? He got the timing, he got the marketplace, and the wife said no. And because she said no, and he's 83, we inherited everything that company put in to launching this product. And I'm here to tell you, when it hits business for home and the world finds out that we're shipping all over the world, paying commissions all over the world, they are going to be coming, and they're going to be coming into your team. And you have the opportunity to harvest off of that. So with that being said, happy holidays. We're honored and blessed to have the leadership, every one of you that is in the team. You have our commitment, and know that having Coach Blaine Williams, Mitch Cantelli, Jason Meisner, the Rubies that are on the team here, we need to get each and every one of you to the platinum level and help you build your Ruby, Emerald, Diamond business. Make no mistake, those three people I mentioned, Mr. John Hill, Lexi, Dave Sherman, I mean, you got Denise, you will all be done. When we hit 100 diamonds, we have to have you there, because we will have, I believe we'll have 50 to 100 diamonds by August 1st. International is going to literally blow this up. And most of you are going to set yourself up for the rest of your life because of your hard work and commitment. So Coach Blaine, appreciate everything you do, having you mentoring the team and us uniting as a family. I couldn't ask for no better upline or business partner. I don't call it upline, downline. We're all business partners. Take it away, Blaine.
You can transfer under me any day you want.
Okay.
I'd be proud to have you. So
Thank you.
just get that group of yours together and bring them on over. Come on, Jason and Mitch.
Okay.
Hi, Lexi. Nice to see you on here. Why don't you wave at everybody? There's a winner for sure. It's good to see y'all. John Hill. It's great to see everybody.
57 on holiday weekend. Congrats everybody for showing up. Leaders show up to the party. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And I say this, if you can't lead one, you can't lead any. And what I mean by that is if you can't lead yourself to be committed to this, ask yourself, are you doing what it takes? And would you be happy if you were your own sponsor? And if you stay true to that message, be the best sponsor you can be and be proud and serve, you will win big. Okay, Blaine, I get carried away. Thanks.
That's all right. Hey, listen, we networkers are like Baptist preachers. We got 9 closes in us, right, Jason? We can do it over and over again. So listen, I'm going to just say this to all of you. It's Saturday, the week before Christmas. We've got, we're just sitting on the doorstep of 60 people attending this. And I'm going to let you know, if I could, without sounding brazen or too bold, we built some teams of significantly over 100,000. We've done it in some cases in a matter of months. And someone said, well, why aren't you still doing that? Well, let me just tell you something. Trends come and go. Things shift and change that are out of your control. And that's just how it is. And you got to adapt. If you're a winner, you are going to learn to adapt. I'm going to go through some real basics, and I'm going to ask all of you because I want to have some other people come on and say hello to you before I get into what I'm going to do, because I'm going to take probably about 15 to 20 minutes. And we're going to be on this call. So if you've got something you've got to do that's more important for you today, please don't. And I'm not saying this sarcastically. Don't be uncomfortable dropping off. But we're going to go to the top of the hour, 11 o'clock Pacific. That would be 2 o'clock out on the East Coast, something like that. And I think in Croatia, it's maybe like 11 o'clock. And so wherever you are right now, we're going to be on here till the top of the hour. Nice smile, Jack Doc 53. I like that big beard that you got. Listen, this is a business for all people, from every walk, every tongue, every tribe. You look on the screen, we've got some immensely beautiful women. And we actually have some immensely beautiful guys. Look at that John Hill, man. Dapper John Hill. I love it. And I'm going to just tell you something. Every one of you have something in common. And that is you got a heart that beats red blood. And then that red blood is a desire to be free. Now, I'm going to cut it loose today. I'm going to cut it loose in a way that I probably haven't on any calls we've done before, because I want to send a jolt of adrenaline through you. If I could, would you all give me permission to do that? Listen, I can train. I can get very analytical and granular. But I'm going to tell you something. There are moments in the affairs of a business that you got to inject a little juice and turn the turbos on, put the foot in it, and get the gas going and get the tires burning. You understand what I'm saying, all of you? And for those of you that have not been around high-paced, high-energy motivation, do not confuse it with hype. Hype is someone talking to you about something they've never done, about something you'll never accomplish, and something that you're going to end up with a disappointing outcome. Inspiration and motivation is someone that's done what you want to do and is going to show you the steps to do it. So I'm going to take a few minutes before this call's over. I'm going to tell you what I've done, not to read my resume, because honestly, resume readers bore me, but I think it's valuable for you to know some of the steps that I've gone through. We know that Michael Renz has made millions of dollars in this business. Andrew and Nancy have made millions of dollars in this business. And I'm just going to tell you, because I want you to trust the things I tell you are not idle chit chat. Okay, there's a ton of people I know out there on the internet posing as coaches, and that's what they are. There's posers. They've never built anything significant. They built a nice website. They're charging people to come to it and get on their classes, and they've never made over 20, 30, 50, 80, 100,000 a month. Hey, that's a good start, wouldn't you say? 50,000 a month. Let's get there. So I'm going to cut it loose on the last 20 minutes of this call. If you don't like that, or if you think that it's going to be some kind of hype session, hey, listen, go make lunch and enjoy your day, please. But before I do that, I want to have John Hill come on here. John, I want you to unmute your line. Listen, I'm only going to give you 2 minutes. So I'm going to cut you off, buddy, if you go on. But I want you to tell people what you're excited about, because I've been watching you through the Facebook, and I've been hearing word coming through for you, and you are a near-term diamond, my brother. I want you to take a moment and share with people what you are fired up about going into the new year.
Thanks, Coach Blaine. Yeah, pretty quickly, man. I'm super fired up about how this business has come together. I know that it's going to go viral. I've seen businesses over the years and what's happening with the company, the excitement, all the people, and just the structure in general of the business is genius, with the different marketing strategies, the people involved, caliber of people getting into the business. So, I'm just putting my head down and really getting the word out there, adding to my list every day, talking to people, getting the samples out, just hitting the business hard, because I know what it's like, how the iPad came out and then you have the iPhone. I think we're in the same era with this product, and how it's going to really affect people here in the US and especially around the world. I think around the world, it's just going to take this thing up to the top, and I'm excited to be aboard the rocket there.
That's great, man. We appreciate you, John Hill. You are representing well, and there's a demographic of people out there that you're going to touch that some of us will never touch. Young, sharp, people of color, people of, you're a cross ethnic kind of a guy, in my opinion. I've seen your beautiful wife. You're just a winner all the way through and through. And I'm going to just tell you something. I've been around this business for 40 years. You are headed to become a millionaire in this business. We're proud of you. I want to go to Mitch Cantelli. I got to tell you something. I just love this guy. I don't know, Mitch, if you're still on there. I'm looking on the screen. I
I'm
don't
here.
know if you're still with us. There you are. I
Yep.
see you, buddy. Hey, listen,
Yep.
Mitch, I want to talk to you. You're a near-term diamond. You're a ruby moving on to emerald. And I met you at the company event. You are one solid dude. I want you to take, again, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just kind of share with people what it is that is burning the fire in your tank here at MPG.
Well, I have to say thanks, Blaine, for having me on. And if you've not, people that haven't been around this industry much or haven't been around this type of business, I think that there's some things they don't realize. One, they don't realize the kind of income they make, because you're looking at that could be made rather, and you're looking at products many times $59. I mean, how can I get rich selling a $59 product? And there's so much more to it in just selling something, right? You're building teams, you're making relationships, and you're working with people, and it's a cumulative effort of all those people and their efforts that you can get paid on. And I think a lot of people just don't realize that. And mainly probably because they haven't been around the industry much, or maybe they haven't been exposed to leadership like we have here, like Michael Wren's, Coach Blaine, and others, or many others that are such great leaders that are willing to pour their hearts out, and they don't stay involved. They don't stay around the campfire, if you will. If you look, 57 or 60 people or whatever it is here on this Zoom, I mean, we've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds on the team. One thing I would tell everybody is whenever there's a call, whenever there's a Zoom, whether it's the team, whether it's the company, you want to participate, because the people that haven't been part of the business, very long, or aren't familiar with the business, you might think, well, I've been on that Monday or Thursday call a couple of times, and they say the same thing over and over every time, right? And every time I get on those calls, I learn something. I hear a story that I can share with somebody, or maybe there was something that I missed that I picked up. But staying around the campfire is extremely important in this business. There's people, as you said earlier, Blaine, that you see reoccurring people, you see the same people coming on. Those typically are the people that are going to win. They're going to win big. And the people that fall off and aren't participating or aren't at least around the campfire, and those people, you know, the chances of them being here long term, unfortunately, are lower than those that are, you know, showing up, if you will. And with the technology today, with the Zoom, I mean, we're not talking about physical meetings necessarily where you got to go somewhere, right? We're talking about jumping on a Zoom for an hour or a call for 30 minutes. So, you know, staying around the campfire is extremely important, I believe. And then another thing, one thing that Michael said was about making money. You know, it's easy because of the traditional, W-2 income model where people go to work, get a paycheck, and so on and so on. You know, they put in many times very little time talking to somebody. And what Michael said, you know, was that you don't make that much money up front, you know, in the beginning. You just don't make that much money in the beginning. Now, I've often said that sometimes the barista at Starbucks is going to make more than than you are for the hours that you're going to put in initially. But I'll tell you what, that's going to pay off in the long run in spades. And then thirdly, being part of staying in the business, I would say, you know, pay attention, get excited, never quit, and be here 2 years from now. That should be everybody's goal. Pay attention, get excited, never quit, and be sure to make that commitment to be here 2 years from now. And maintaining that, the lastly is maintaining that enthusiasm. Because sometimes when people get, you know, they get turned down a couple of times, or people's not, you know, the family isn't interested in trying the product and you can't get your broke brother-in-law to join or whatever the case may be, they lose their enthusiasm. And I think that goes right back to not being familiar with this type of business and not staying around the campfire. So everybody, that's what I would tell you. Stay around the campfire, never miss a call. Never miss a call unless you have to, of course. Never miss a Zoom unless, of course, you have to. But you're going to see me on every call. You're going to see me on every Zoom. And I am telling you, I'm here to help anybody that needs help. If you want somebody to do a 3-way call with, I'm more than happy to do it. So, and if you need my phone number, you can, I'm happy to give. In fact, I'll give it to you right now.
No,
60 people.
no,
No, I won't give it to you right
not on
now.
the Zoom.
But if I need
You
your
can
help,
go
if you
ahead
need
and they can get a hold of Michael Renz
yeah, you know,
if you want to
whatever.
get a hold of Mitch. But listen, one thing I'm going
Anytime.
to say that you gotta, I'll talk about the cardinal rules of networking before I get off here, but go up to Mike Renz and we'll get you in touch with Mitch. But what we don't want is people that start to get attached to a cross-line leader, and pretty soon they don't know what team is the better team to be on. Let me tell you the best team to be on. Plant your tree where you are and grow and build some fruit. So Mitch, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You guys are going to find
Blaine.
out
Appreciate you.
I'm like a dictator on these calls. I run it like a coach does. And I don't want the offensive guards telling linebackers how to play with passion, by the way. Linebackers should be teaching offensive guards that. Let's go to Mitch. Thank you. Let's go to Jason Meiser. Jason, if you can do something in 2 or 3 minutes, I want to make sure we got enough time at the end, and then I'm going to have a few of the platinums say hello to you. But Jason, take 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and just kind of give it a shot here, please.
All right. Well, yeah, obviously on top of everything that was said, which was a lot. I mean, it was that was all really great. Just from a personal standpoint, for those of you, I recognize most of you, but not all of you. But if you don't know my story, I really had about a 4-year run from 2011 to 2004 or 2015. So 4-year run there. And I really didn't do anything for 7 years until this opportunity. So as Mike kind of touched on what they're going to be doing online, that's what I've been kind of focusing on the last couple of days, the last week or so, just because I know what's coming in that international market. I absolutely believe the people that don't grasp, and there's a lot of people that don't grasp just how big this is. And we're about to find out how big this is this year. We're going to find out that, that this thing's going to pull a ton of weight and it's going to be really quick. So the last week or so, I've been getting myself set up to go online and start expanding my list that way. And for those of you that haven't done that before, ask Mike. I'm like, my brain turned to mush trying to get this thing figured out, but it does go fairly quick and you will figure things out. And there are people that can help you do that. And when you kind of see the finished product that's being made, that's going to attract people into your business, it's pretty incredible. You can absolutely see how this works and how Mike has done the incredible job that he's done in previous, like, like Blaine said, he's not a one-trick pony. He's done it everywhere he's gone, So now that I'm, as someone who's still fairly new to that part of it, I can absolutely see you guys, when you've done your list and you've gone through your list, that is the next step for you. And that's why Mike is saying that's for platinums and above. Totally understand that, because you're going to get a lot of people filling out that form and contacting you that way. So I would recommend what Mike recommended to me. Get started doing that. Get familiar with buying domains in GoDaddy. Get familiar and get your Aweber set up. And if you need help with that, especially those of you on my team, you've seen some of the samples I've sent you already. Yeah, let's just get started. Let's get ready to expand your list and start getting those international contacts going through the web attraction. It's going to be amazing, you guys.
That's great, Jason. Thank you. By the way, we appreciate you and Shannon very much, and the things you're bringing to the table. So you're a quality leader. And what we're going to do, for those of you that aren't on Jason's team or Mitch's team, we're going to be we've got the page, the Facebook page. We have the YouTube channel, and the YouTube channel was asked, it's dreamteamchannel.com. And what I'm going to ask you leaders to do, Jason, Mitch, John, some of you platinums, if you've got something you're doing that's working, you can pass it through Mike to me, or you can ask Michael if he's comfortable. You can send it directly to me, and we'll share that with everybody so that so your group can benefit from what I'm doing. Our group can benefit from what you're doing, and we can be one big mastermind. That's really what it's all about. It's really all about, listen, you got to understand, don't lock your arms and say, this is my team. There's like 8 billion people out there. You know how many that is? That's 8,000 million. The United States is a little speck compared to the market that's out there. 8,000 million people. So don't worry about my team. And listen, if you listen to somebody, there's some people I listen to, they're not my cup of tea. They get on, they're talking, they're screeching at you and all that stuff. And it doesn't do it for me. But you know what? I'm just me. I'm an old guy that's been doing this for a long, long time, but I've got others that get on there. And if I don't say anything about whether I like something or not, they'll call me back and they go, oh my God, that was the best Zoom. That was the best call I've ever been on. Well, what if I had said something poorly or negatively or critically about it? The other thing is that I'm going to go into some cardinal rules, but once again, before I do, and I'm going to just give you guys like a minute each. If you're a platinum on here, or if I've overlooked you and maybe you're a ruby or something, a ruby or above, I want you to raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm not going to call on you because I won't know. So you got to click on the thing and raise your hand. And then I'd like to just have you come on and say hello. I see some faces on here, and but I can't acknowledge you if you don't raise your hand. And the first one I'm going to go to is our buddy Gator Greg. And again, just a minute. Talk about what's going on, what you're fired up about. You're making big things happen. Gator Greg out there is a tattoo artist. He's a consummate entrepreneur. He is a recruiting monster, this guy, but he's also learning the skills of developing replication. We're very, very proud of Greg. Take it for a moment, Greg.
Hey, thanks, Blaine. I appreciate it. I just want to say, a lot of people will get in because they want to make lots of money. And honestly, if you want to make money in it, you got to give people what they want. In order to give them what they want, you got to go, break them down and do the 2-tank samples, stuff like that, or sell them, whatever you want to do. I've been giving them out, and that's been really receptive for me. And it's been helping out quite a bit. And then the website's wonderful that I made through that GoDaddy is working out great. And it was cheap. It was like $2.
Very good.
I love it.
Greg, how many people have you personally sponsored into the business? I lost you. You're somewhere on here.
30 or something. I think I lost count. I don't keep track. I just keep moving
it's
forward.
like 29.
Yeah.
It's like 29. I haven't lost track. I build my business by the numbers. Like Like, by the way, if you go to a doctor and he doesn't give you your temperature, your blood pressure, your resting heart rate, if he doesn't give you your numbers, go find another doctor. If you're going to be in this, you've got to look at this as a business. You've got to build your business do not build your business by your emotions. Because let me tell you, some days you'll be down, some days you'll be up. You got to build your business by the numbers, period. That's it. 2829 Gator sponsored. And the sweet spot, by the way, is 18 plus. You get to 18 personally sponsored plus, not platinum, 18. You will see a dynamic take place in your business where there'll be a fire start to burn. So go to platinum and then go beyond, get 18 wide and then be building some duplication. If you're a platinum on here, I see a couple of hands going up. Only one hand went up. I'm going to ask you on mute and give us your name and when you went platinum. When you hit platinum, I'm muting you. I've asked you to open your line up.
Come on, Lexi.
There you are. It's Brian Woodford. Who's your sponsor and when did you hit platinum, Brian?
Jason Meisner. Boy, I don't know.
Jason Meisner is your sponsor. And
Yep,
when
Jason.
did you hit platinum?
I believe within the first month.
All right, cool. Well, listen, Jason Meisner, your sponsor. Where do you live?
Wisconsin. Eau Claire,
And up
Wisconsin.
in Wisconsin. Well, listen, we're proud to have you on the team, Brian. And I'm not going to have the Platinums do a teaching today. Time won't allow, but let's go to Lexi. Lexi, Platinum.
Hello. Yes, I went platinum. I was a little bit slower. I took 3 months to get there, but I got there in time for the platinum party at the convention.
Good for you. We're proud of you. Who's your sponsor?
Jason Meisner.
Wow,
Known him
Jason,
for
he's,
12 years.
He's the king of platinum makers. It's better to be a king maker than to be a king. Good job. All right, Lexi, we're proud of you. You got that video, right? Is that what you wanted the other day?
I did. Thank you very much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Well, we're proud of you, Lexi. We're proud to have you. Is there anybody else that hit platinum? And then if not, I'm fine. I'm gonna cut.
Blinky.
My time's being cut short, so not that you guys probably are going to be happy about that. Let me go to the attendee line. I've got someone on there. Hold on a second. Yeah, Jeff Fluck. Jeff Fluck, go ahead, buddy.
Well, good morning,
Jeff Fluck,
Blaine.
who's your sponsor and when did you go platinum?
My sponsor is Double Diamond Michael Rentz.
And
went-
when did you hit platinum, brother?
6 or 7 days. I think the 7th of August.
You're a stud. We appreciate you. And thanks for being on here today. I hope what we get into with Michael and myself is helpful. I've got Mr. and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, so I'm going to let you pronounce your name and tell me who your sponsor is and when you hit platinum. You've got to unmute your
This for
line.
Gary?
There you are.
Yeah, hey, this is Gary from Dallas. My upline is John Hill and then Jason Meiser on above him. So I went platinum within 4 weeks.
You went
Before the
platinum in a month. What a stud. All right. I appreciate you. And what's your first name? Is it Gary?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gary, we love it. I see you on these calls all the time. I know you're plugged in. You're serious. You're making it happen. So we're proud of you. I don't want to leave anybody out. If you're a platinum and you'd like to say hello, raise your hand. Otherwise, I'm going to move on because we're going to run out of time. I gave the YouTube channel. I got another question on here.
Blinky.
Raising hand. Okay, that must be someone named Peter Owen. I'm going to look and see if I can find you here, Mr. Owen. I don't see. Oh, you might be Blinky. Maybe that's you, Mr. Blinky. Okay, hold on. Try it again. Try to unmute your line, Mr. Blinky.
How's that? Can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah, are you Peter?
Nope, Greg McGraw.
Are you a platinum?
Yes, I got platinum at
All
the,
right, who's your
at the
sponsor?
party.
And when did you go platinum?
Sponsor is Elizabeth, which is Lexi's sister, who is Jason Meisner. So
All right, well, that's
those-
good. So
those three
all you
on
got to
down
do is
line for me.
Elizabeth sponsored you. And when did you go platinum?
Yeah. At the party in Minneapolis.
You went platinum at
the
the
convention.
party. What an all-star. Hey, thank you, Mr. Blinky. I like it. I love the handle, by the way. That's very cool. Congratulations to you. And there was someone else that was putting their hand up, and I'm looking for you. He says his name is Peter Owens. And Michael Renz, do you see him on here? I'm not seeing him.
No, I don't.
Peter Owens. Peter Owens. You got your hand up, you say, but I'm not seeing you on here, my friend. So we're going to move on. So we got, I've cut myself down to 12 minutes. So I'm going to cover 40 years of history in 12 minutes. So you guys good listeners? If you're not comfortable being on a plane with turbulence, if you're not comfortable getting a car where someone's going around corners fast like Michael Renz, I'm going to encourage you to just maybe turn your volume down, because I'm going to take advantage of the next 12 minutes. I was a collegiate football coach right after I got out of college, but when I was in college, I played strong safety in the NCAA Division I football. Strong safety is like a really fast linebacker that likes to separate heads from helmets, hands from balls, and people from their common sense. And that was my role. In fact, my nickname given to me by my coaches in college playing football, some of you aren't going to relate to this, but some of you will that are former athletes. My nickname was Insane Blaine. I'm going to tell you something. I always had a baby face smile on my face when I was a young guy, but when I got on the football field and had charcoal under my eyes, you did not want to try to catch the ball within my area, because you were going to pay a price for it. You weren't going to want to come back a second time. First time is bad enough. Second time, you're going to really find out that I meant business. I got out of college. I took that same ambition and fire into my business life. That led me to what is called network marketing, the most misunderstood industry in the world. It's like someone says human being, and then an individual tries to define everybody by the name human being. I'm looking at the screen, and some of you are really good looking on here, but I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you, not so much. I'm kidding. Don't be upset with me. You can't take a name, network marketing, and define an industry. That's like someone saying, what do you do? Well, I work at Starbucks. Well, what does that actually mean? Starbucks has janitors cleaning toilets, and they've got baristas making coffee. You hope it's not the same guy wearing the same gloves, by the way. And also, they've got people on jets flying around looking at real estate, acquiring real estate locations. Amazon, you could say you work at Amazon. So, oh, you work at Amazon. You could drive a truck. You could work in a fulfillment center. You could be an executive making $2.5 million a year. You say network marketing to someone, that means nothing to most people. In fact, people in the business, I would say this to you, in my opinion, 85 to 95% of them don't even know what network marketing is. Network marketing is a title for a method of distribution where a company decides they're going to take their product more directly to the public, cut down on their overhead, take the money they save, and put it in the hands of the people that made the distribution possible. Did you understand that? If you didn't, go back to the tape and listen to it. My point is that it does not define a culture. Network marketing is not a culture. A culture is defined by the individuals that come together as a collective to form a team and decide this is who we are. And the culture that I love is a culture of personal growth and development, hopes, dreams, and possibilities. And the business that I'm in at this company is not fuel tablets. Now, I understand that we have a fuel tablet, but if I owned a McDonald's, I would not be in there turning hamburgers. I would be making $200,000-300,000 a year and figuring out how I can get another McDonald's outlet. And Ray Kroc, who founded McDonald's and had 20,000 outlets, he had the right idea, didn't he? So in MPG, you have the privilege and right to decide, what business am I in? Am I the janitor? Am I the tablet salesman? Am I the barista? Or am I the person traveling around, opening up outlets and moving volume? If you were at Starbucks, how many of you, listen to me, please. I don't have a lot of time to do this. This is a full day training that I could give you. But I want you to listen to me closely. I'm looking at the clock. I'm going to be done. 9 minutes. I'm turning this off in 9 minutes. You've got to get a definiteness of purpose. You've got to get yourself set I was looking for Michael Dew on here. Michael Dew, if you can come on, I was hoping to just have you say hello real quick, but I've tried to bring you up as a panelist a few times. I'll try one more time. But you got to get a definiteness of purpose. I myself am not motivated by money. I've been financially independent. I've made millions of dollars in network marketing. I live on a ranch up in Idaho. It's a multi-million-dollar property. We don't owe anything on anything except the property taxes and that sort of thing. So I don't get up in the morning thinking about what I'm going to do to go make a buck. I am motivated to do something to leave a legacy where someone says, when I'm gone, this guy made a difference. You've got to find out what turns you on, what fires your candle up. And you got to get that candle lit, not on one end. That goes on a windowsill. You got to light both ends and then light it in the middle. You got to have a passion for that. Now, I told you I was going to crank this up, so you better get prepared. Put your seatbelt on. Because I'm going to tell you something, until someone gets really pissed off or really excited, nothing happens in their life. People that are achievers find a way to get fired up either through upsetness or through absolute excitement. And I'm not talking about some psychotic Looney Tune person that's got all these fantastical dreams. I'm talking about someone that they get so fired up, they put a strategic plan together, and every morning and every night they look at that plan and they say, I'm going to do the very best I can today. And when the day's over, I'm going to lay myself in bed, leaving everything on the field this one day. I'm going to be a success this one day. When you do that and you have a bad day, and every one of you will, none of you, well, maybe I shouldn't say this, maybe you are, but I would say it's likely that none of you are where you want to be in life or in MPG. I'm not. Are you? There's always another goal. There's always another achievement, right? So if you have a bad day, you get a bunch of no's. You get somebody that gives you a gnarly, nasty, foul, cynical no. Tells you what a whiner, a loser you are because you're in network marketing. Let me tell you something. My friends in network marketing make $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a month. What is that fool doing? Listen, when you run in the circles of people that have built big networks and know our industry, they love it and they are highly successful. I'm not talking about people that pose. I'm talking about people that do. It's like Michael Renz was talking about when Andrew approached him way back when, and Andrew was making more in a month than Michael was making in a year as an upper level manager at Coca-Cola. That's network marketing. It's not somebody that's jumped into 25 things and never made over 1,000 a month. In fact, most network marketers never make over 300 or 400 a month. But you, my friends, you are destined for serious things when it comes to income. Are you hearing me? But you got to make a decision, have a definite purpose, and write on a piece. Listen, write on a piece of paper how much you're going to make. Write it down. I make. Don't do it. I'm going to make. Future tense never comes. You understand that? I'm going to is something in the future. You got to put it down like it's today. Get the book Think and Grow Rich and read about this. Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill and read about this. You got to write it down like now, in the now, because there is a part of you. It's a metaphysical or spiritual part of you. I believe it's spiritual that is living in the everlasting continuum. And then there's the part of you that I see on the screen that lives in the moment now. And that part of you that lives in the everlasting continuum has an ability to reach into tomorrow and say, I make $25,000 a month. I make $5,000 a month. I am successful. And there is a law, an irrefutable law, irrefutable, just like gravity. It's called the law of attraction. And the only thing that affects the law of attraction is you putting the magnet on, which is the affirmation is, I am successful. Quit calling yourself things that you shouldn't. Don't call yourself a loser. Don't say ever out of your mouth, I can't do this. This is too difficult. You should say this, too difficult for everyone else, just right for me. Too difficult for everyone else, just right for me. That's what you should do. Now listen, when you do that, there will be a magnificent charisma that will come off of you that you won't notice. It's kind of like when you're losing weight. You don't notice it when you look in the mirror, but someone that hasn't seen you in 3 weeks go, my God, you look great. You lost some weight. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, that charisma you won't notice, but I'm going to tell you right now, your prospect will feel the energy of it, and they will want to be in business with you, especially if you write down the affirmation, people want to be in business with me because I am setting a pace, I am blazing a trail, and I am setting the example. Okay? So what are you going to do? Write down how much you make as if it's happening right now. Don't put down a gazillion. I don't even know how to spell a gazillion. But put a goal that is a big stretch for you. Think about what you can imagine right now, and then make it just a little bit bigger. And when you get to that, set another one. Hello? Do the same thing with how many people you're going to recruit in the month of December. Do the same thing with the number of people you're going to recruit in the month of December. If you think you can recruit 4, set it up for 6. What if you fall short and only get 5? Oh, poor baby. Set a goal and go for it. And then when you set the goal, don't say, I'm going to recruit 6. Say, I recruit 6 ISRs December, first person present sense. I recruit 6 people. We got 2 minutes, friends. The best part is going to be after 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I guess you'll have to come back for the next episode. Come back next Saturday. If everybody brings one person, we're going to have 120 people here next Saturday.
It's Christmas.
And I promise
Eve.
you, if you do that, I'll actually come on and cut it loose again. And I'll take the people that you bring and I will turn them back to you when I'm done. And they will be wild beasts of the networking jungle. We don't want any passive people. We want people that are going to go out and hunt and gather. I'll wrap this up and say this. Don't run cross line to get leadership. Go up line. But I'm going to tell you this, and I'm talking to the people on my team. If you've got someone up line that is squatting on you like a parent that's squatting on their young football player and protecting them from everyone else, just go around him. There's no rule that you can't go up. You can go right to Michael Renz. If all of you want to know who you ought to be talking to in your leadership team between you and Michael, call Michael Renz and ask him, who's the best person for me to follow? Don't you think that's a good idea, Mr. Renz? Call him and ask him. Let me tell you something. I'd love to be on John Hill's team. I'd love to be on Jason's team. I'd love to be on Mitch's team. And I'm thankful to be on my team. But my point is that there are people that sponsor people into networking. They don't understand networking. They don't understand the court esprit that goes on, the teamwork that goes on. And so they start to create this thing about my team, my people. It's like a cattle rancher that gets a brand, docks their ear and puts a pin on it, brands them, takes the little baby bulls and puts them in the squeeze chute and cuts their manhood off. Who wants someone to do that to you? Who wants to be a leader and be under a leader that lifts you up and builds you up, doesn't put you down? How many of you want that? That's what I want. That's what I love about Michael Renz. So you got to grow. We're going to wrap this up, and I'm going to say this. You got to get into a personal growth and development thing. For those of you that aren't doing it, get a book. How a Man Thinketh, The Magic of Thinking Big, Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Positive Thinking. Just get a book or go on YouTube. When I got started networking, they didn't have all this great stuff. You go on YouTube and get a PhD in personal growth and development for free. Get on and spend, listen to this. How many of you want to be wealthy by the end of 2023? I'm talking about making $20,000 or more a month. I mean, serious money. If you're not here for that, it's okay. $500 a month is good. $5,000 a month starts getting tasty like an hors d'oeuvre. But let me tell you, you get over $10,000 or $15,000 a month, it is life-changing stuff, my friends, life-changing. How many of you want that? By a show of your hands. Here's the deal. Invest an hour a day in personal growth and development. And the mind is like a computer. You can go 15 minutes here, 3 hours later, you can do another 15 minutes. A part of personal growth and development is being here today. Read books, listen to tapes, watch videos, and I'm going to tell you something. How many of you have a dog? Anybody has a dog? If you've got a dog, I've already gone over. I'm sorry, I got to end this. You guys want me to take the last 45 seconds and finish this? I knew you would. Anyway, I want to ask you something. If you got a dog, how many have ever given a bath to a dog? There's a dog right there. Look at Gator. You got a big old pit bull in there. I love those dogs. Hey, listen, if you got a dog and give them a bath and you let them run out, they're going to find the first mud hole or pile of horse crap they can find. Anybody know what I'm talking about? How many find that to be a little bit upsetting? You bathe old Bowser, and then Bowser's out there rolling around in a cow pie, a big wet one, right? Well, let me ask you a question. How valuable are you, and how valuable is your future? There, we got another dog there. Look at that. That's another pitty. I love those pitties, by the way. Look at that. Everybody's bringing their dog out. I feel like the canine specialist. I'm like the dog whisperer. Some of these dogs would probably recruit better than most of our reps, by the way. Take those dogs out with you and put a 5-pack of the tabs in its mouth and walk up to someone, and they're going to always say, "What's that?" I'm glad you asked. Hey, let me ask you this, and I'm going to close with this thought. When you take a shower, would you run outside and roll around in a pile of cow poop? If you took a shower and you're getting ready to go out to dinner, would you go out and find the big mud hole and roll around with it before you put your clothes on? No. Then why do you do personal growth and development and they get around somebody that has got a negative mouth, cynical, negative, critical, down on everything around them? I'm going to tell you something right now. I do not let people, I bring people into my life to see if I can affect them or if they're going to try to affect me. And when I identify that they got an attitude issue, they're done. Like Kevin O'Leary on the Shark Tank, they're dead to me. There is no room in achievement for criticism, condemnation, or people that are knocking other people. That's the last thing I'm going to share with you today. You hear how I edify Michael Renz. I absolutely appreciate and respect this guy for what he's done. I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for Andrew and Nancy. And I'm thankful for the opportunity we have. And I'm thankful for every one of you. If you get around someone in this business and they're nagging and talking and down talking other things and other people, let me tell you something. It's like a sexually transmitted disease. I'm a pretty blunt guy. I'm sorry. I know it's not appropriate sometimes in a group thing, but that's something you don't want to get around. You understand? Or let me say it this. It's like coronavirus. Maybe that's better. Sorry about that. You guys got to pray for me, okay? It's like coronavirus. Don't get around it. Stay around upbeat, positive, forward-looking people and watch what happens. If you'll do that for 1 month at a time and do it for 3 months, a 90-day baptism of positive mental attitude, you will be a different human being in the spring of 2023. I absolutely guarantee it. So thank you for letting me go over. I made a commitment. You're just like my family. I tell them I'm going to be there and I get there 5 minutes late. So how many of you, by a show of hands, will make a commitment to investing a minimum of 50 minutes, which is a joke. It's like a 1-second shower. How many of you will make a commitment of 15 minutes to an hour a day of personal growth and development? Napoleon Hill, Andrew Carnegie, wealthiest man in the world, came from brokenness. Anthony Robbins, whichever one you like. Some people like Jim Rohn, some people like Bob Proctor, some people like Zig Ziglar, whichever one you like, that you enjoy, that you get fed with. Get on the internet, get on YouTube, stay away from those TikTok things where the guys are dancing in a leotard. Hi, my name's Frank. They like to call me Hank. Let me do my little dance. Stay away from that garbage. Get off the news. Fox isn't going to change your life. Fox has never sent one of you a check. And get into this. How many of you will do that for the next 90 days? One day at a time. If you miss a day, do not beat yourself up. Say, how human of me, but I'm just not human. I'm something bigger than that. I'm not missing another day. It's like getting to the gym and brushing your teeth. Once you do it for 1 month, it will be a lifestyle. Michael Renz, thank you for joining me today and co-hosting this. Jason, Mitch, John, and the rest of you, Lexi, thank you guys. Tom Chacon, it's great to see you. I'm going to say this to each one of you. Your lives are going to change, but if you want your lives to change, you have to change. Thank you. This webinar is officially over. It'll be posted on the YouTube channel later today at dreamteamchannel.com. I'd share it with your team. For those ones that couldn't get on today, tell them I should charge you $100 for it. It's worth every penny, but I'm going to let you watch this one for free. But you got to be there next Saturday and bring 5 people with you. God bless y'all. By the way, I better look at this right now. I'm talking about next Saturday. I probably should take a look at the calendar. Probably not going to be on next Saturday, New Year, Christmas Eve. And the next week. So I think what we'll do is we'll do a by announcement. We'll do a midweek call both weeks and keep it to a half hour. Okay. How do you feel about Mike? You think that's a good idea, Mr. Renz? All right, cool. All right, guys, we appreciate you. This will be posted on the YouTube channel and on Facebook later today by 4 or 5 this afternoon, Eastern time. This webinar is now officially over. Thanks, everybody.
Happy holidays.